Okay, guys. So thank you so much for coming to this very first edition of the Unlocked podcast, taking this chance to introduce adrenaline and this collaboration to the city in of Barcelona. And yeah, mainly what I want to discuss is what's adrenaline, how was it born, which impact does adrenaline want to make in the techno scene, not only in Cologne, but in Europe, and also for you guys. Let people understand how a fast-paced career can change from one moment to the other,
Yeah.
and how things are impacting to the growth of emerging artists as well. So yeah, Bena.
Gerard, thank you for the invitation. We're super happy to be here. And yeah, we are all three super nervous because it's a podcast here.
Yeah.
What is adrenaline and how did I start it? Basically, I was a raver. I am a raver. I was going to a lot of events in Cologne in Germany. And before COVID and afterwards, I was thinking a lot about doing my own event as a result of bad things happening in the scene or are not going right.
Have a question here because you brought a very interesting point. How did COVID impact? Because I think it has been very general in all the regions that before COVID we have some sort of vibe in most of the techno events, but after COVID, a lot of the techno movement got more mainstream. Do you think this has advantages or disadvantages to the current scenario living now?
I think there are like two sides. It has definitely negative impacts. I call it negative, okay? Because through all the social media and people coming to events, to techno parties, it got so mainstream that they try to film like every drop. They really try to not enjoy too much the party, the music. They come like for the hype and the and to just show like I'm at a techno rave. But on the other hand, it got mainstream. It's good for everyone who's working in the scene because there are more opportunities, more events. There are just like more opportunities, and I think this is, on the other hand, a very positive impact.
For us DJs.
Yeah,
So
what do you think, guys? Because it has impact in a proper way to your career, or it
Sure.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. More exposure, more people coming to the events.
Of course. I'm raving since 8 years. Yeah, I think 8 years. I'm a raver since 2 years a DJ. And before it was like not always that full at parties. You had more space and you looked like normal with the jeans and a sweatshirt, and you have been there for the music. I don't want to say the people not coming for the music, but it's like more the clubs are so full and everybody wants to look good and dance nice, and it's different. It's different now. The feeling is different.
And you, David, what do you think?
But for us, it's good.
Yeah, for us.
Yeah, really, it's good because a lot of people come for our music. And
they come for our music, and like the point is like, if something is getting more mainstream, it doesn't mean that it's getting bad. It's just like more people like it and more people accept it, and that the scene is changing, and the people and the parties is not a bad thing in general, but it's like more about, like Claudia said, like the behavior at the parties, and like to understand why can I be just myself, why are there always, or like most of the times, like halfly naked people, where does it come from? So it got a long history why it is like that, and people need to understand the vibe behind it, or why is filming not like the bad thing on a rave, why like it's totally different to hip-hop parties or something. Like there are people want to get seen and stuff, and they film each other. Why is it not that accepted, or not? Why do we not like that it's like filming all the time and stuff?
I do completely agree on that, on both points of view. From one side, of course, when newcomers come to the scene, it doesn't matter if it's techno, rock, whatever. They need to get used to the vibe. So in my point of view, it's good because you've got a bunch more people that are open to understand what's behind, but as promoters and DJs need to have a long perspective about them as ravers, and not educate them, because I don't really like this word, but show them sort of the path. Why are we doing this? I think we will completely agree, and we are not here mainly for the business. Everyone needs to eat, but there's culture behind, there's values behind.
Yeah.
I started the Unlocked project because of the vibe and how I felt in some parties, and I was keen on bringing this to Barcelona. And I think
The same is for me. That's why I called it adrenaline. You know, it's like for me, it was the perfect word to describe what techno raves are about. You know, being on a dance floor, completely into the music, and
Yeah.
the vibe is so strong that you completely forgot about everything, and you have like a certain
Safe
kind of
space.
energy that you release, and all the energy you release around you create like this kind of vibe. That's why I called it like adrenaline energized techno.
Okay, yeah, that makes complete sense. And as you said, the adrenaline project is not that it hasn't got this long career. You've been raving for a long time, but did you have other partners, other supporters that gave you also the chance to make your project grow? Did you feel alone at some point? Like, okay, I'm fighting against a whole
I
industry.
mean, Europe. Since when are you a promoter?
Yeah, 3 years only.
Okay, yeah, you know, it's all the time like a big up and down. It's not just up, even though people see it from outside, but it's like hard work. It's like a lot of ups and downs. I started it completely alone because I saw a lot of friends that were promoters before. They were like always a group. And when it comes like through an idea which was basically out of fun and it comes to business, a lot of people in this scene, when they do it together, they start to argue each other when it comes to money, when it comes to different perspectives and ideas. So I decided to do it just by my own. And as I said, as a result of how this scene was at the time in Cologne, I wanted to express that adrenaline is for everyone. People should come as they are, but I still try to motivate them with my slogans to dress nice. Like the slogan is dress up or come as you are and be a part of the energy, somehow like that, you know. And because before there were just like a lot of kinky raves, people thought like they need to come kinky to a rave, and that was not what it is about.
And that's the education part, kind of. 'Cause
Yes.
people think
Go.
they have to do it,
Yeah.
but you have to educate them. There are certain parts.
Now I know it. Dress up or come as you are. Bring the style you desire and become part of the energy. That's
Yeah.
the slogan.
Lovely. So not just being as you will be, but also bring that extra side of you, the one you
Be yourself.
be yourself 100%.
Yes.
Yes, that's what techno is about. Like
Yeah,
being
be
just
yourself.
When I started raving, it was like people coming to a rave, and it was nobody was judging. You could like
Yeah.
just go with a sweater and be on the dance floor. Women were not needed to be like half naked or
Yeah.
something to
What's-
fit in.
Yeah.
It was just like the vibe, and this was super nice.
Yeah, that's something we all of us need to work to bring back. Here compared to Barcelona, the scene here in terms of mainstream scene, we are very biased because one of the first projects that started to really kick off had exactly this vibe that now is super trendy, which is, all of you know, Hex. Hex was like the
Yeah.
first project here in Barcelona that brought to a bigger audience, but this sort of techno vibe we're talking about. But yeah, completely agree. We are biased, and people need to understand that you can come as you much feel comfortable,
Yeah.
not just how like the crowd is looking around. You don't need to fit in. You will fit in being yourself.
Yes.
Like this is the long path. But that can also be transported to music. Now, of course, hard techno or this new generation hard techno, I don't know how to call it because I like to have everything put inside a bucket, right? So OG hard techno is not the hard techno we are listening now. It's more sort of a new generation with new sounds from other genres.
Yeah.
How do you think this is also transported to that? Because that's the point. The point I'm trying to make is, as people trying to fit in, I also see a lot of DJs trying to fit in. What do you think about that? In terms of music, in terms of what do you bring to is as things change so fast?
I think the people or the DJs that are trying to fit in, that are mostly the DJs that don't make it too far, like too big or something. If that's the goal for them, I think anytime you're trying to fit something which isn't you, like really you, it doesn't work. For me, for example, I'm always wearing glasses, but it's not because I thought like, okay, you have to wear glasses. And that's actually an accident. So it was actually an accident, which I thought was a cool idea because it was me. If I would say like, okay, the glasses were shitty as fuck, I wouldn't wear them. And like right now, if I say tomorrow, okay, like the glasses are shit, it's still me if I'm playing without glasses.
Yeah, but you probably would wear glasses in a rave as well.
Yeah, probably. I did before, yeah, for sure. But there were a lot of raves like I didn't wear anything, like any glasses, I'm sorry.
Anything.
Any glasses. Sometimes not everything, yeah.
Be
No.
yourself.
Yeah, but it's just about being yourself. I think there's the people that are like not themselves, that these people will come to a point where they can't keep on faking,
Okay.
And you're getting unhappy?
and you're getting
Maybe.
unhappy, and yeah, you're getting stressed, and you're
Yeah.
not, you can't fit that anymore. The role you played before, you can't fit it anymore, and then you feel like, okay,
Yeah, I mean,
that's a limit.
I do completely agree, but also now years ago I always tried to see the things as a formula, and before talent, of course, still it is, but was a bigger part of the current DJ career, right? I mean, I'm
But
not
what
saying
is- what-
I'm not saying that there are not talented DJs. There are a lot. I'm not saying that. What I'm trying to say is that now social media exposure gives you much more. Then you've got to prove your work because you got the chance. But previously, you would get those chances by playing in some venues. People coming to other promoters coming to listen to you. Okay, he or she fits in my sort of event, and you got that through being there. Now you don't even need to be there. You just show your talent to the world through social media, and people who have social media knowledge has way more advantage
Yeah.
than people who doesn't.
But makes
than-
sense. It makes sense because the people, the new generation is on their phone and they are much more on their phones than we have been like 5-6 years ago. It's changing. So you have the people are on Instagram. It makes really sense.
It might be a part of the talent.
It's a-
Yeah.
Like what is talent? Like talent is different to what it was
Yeah,
years ago.
I mean, this is something that I think people will argue in the next 10 or 100 years.
Yeah.
Still, if this reason, not every DJ is a good producer, and not every good producer
Is
is
a
in
good
the same
DJ.
time a good DJ. But I think it's just part of the process. Even though you get in through a hype as a talented new DJ, probably a hard techno DJ, it's part of the process to just get in, to maybe adapt, to see new sounds, to find out your artistic musical way, and have a progress. And that's what it is about. I mean, you cannot judge anyone who is good in something because he's doing a good show while DJing and people love it, while others say he's playing not that good music, or he's not a good producer, or not even a producer while he's standing there. In the end, people are entertained, they have fun, they come to have fun. And I think this is the most important thing, to not judge, to just like see when others have like attributes that you don't have, you probably try to learn from it. I think this is very, very important, because I see a lot of arguing about exactly this point in the scene right now. And in the end, right now, it got super commercial and mainstream, and it's show business.
Yeah.
It's not just like the old techno anymore.
I mean, you can have everything fits there, but of course, it's at the end. This is an industry, and that's why you have small venues for more. I don't like the word, but let's say like purist people who want to have a full connection with that artist. 150 people capacity venues, dark, only music.
I love that.
I love it too.
I love that.
I got
Phones.
no phones.
As big
Yeah.
as it gets, the vibe, I will not say it's not there, but the vibe gets lost.
It gets mixed.
Yeah.
At the end, it gets mixed. It's just a lot more people that probably some of them just come for the festival because they like the aesthetic of the festival, and maybe not that much the music, but also there are other people who come for the music. But of course, as bigger it gets, it's impossible to have all the same people on the same vibe.
Yeah.
It would also lose the magic for bigger
Yeah.
events. Like imagine all the people like being the 15,000 people being exactly the same.
Yeah.
It's hard. That's why you need to have every single part, and that's also a point that I'd like to bring. Like when you play,
Yes.
you some sort need to adapt, right, to the audience or your or what you want to bring on the decks on that moment. So I guess, or I assume that you'll bring something in small capacity venues that you don't bring in bigger venues, because feeling the vibe of the people in bigger rooms is much harder than in or no, I don't know. Like I'm just asking how you feel it in this sense.
Let me think about it. I don't know. It's a hard question because I like small venues, but I also like big venues.
Of course.
For example, I'm not preparing myself for sets. So I really try to catch the vibe of the people, and you realize that you see what the people want and you hear it, how they react to some tracks, if they want to have some more schranz or more bouncy techno or something like this.
So you can feel it in the same way for both.
For myself,
for
yes.
yourself. Yeah. I'm talking. It's about you. It's about you.
I can feel it, yeah. I feel it.
Cool.
But on small, of course, you feel it more. It's less people. You see more faces, real faces, and the reactions are bigger than at big events. Yeah. So yeah.
I would say that too. It's like much harder to like read a crowd of like 1,000 people than to read like a crowd of 200 people.
Let's read it.
Because you can read, of course, but I think like the bigger shows got more that show aspect, like more of doing your thing, less than reading the crowd. It's like I won't say it's not as important as the small shows, but I think like the small shows are much, as you said, much easier and maybe a little bit more important to read the crowd and to catch the vibe. Because
And would you at some point in your career, would you reject small venues to just go for these big gigs if the opportunity comes, and cut this relation with because I mean you get more tired. It's a lot of tour traveling and stuff, but yeah, that's something that at some point may come. That okay, you're just getting big requests. Would you cut off the relation with small venues just because now you're prepared, or
No.
you are highly
No.
demanded on big stages?
No, never.
I mean, also
No.
as a manager, I would tell my artists to
I love both.
to note how important like small clubs are. I mean, they are like basically the point where culture starts, and the responsibility of an artist is not to forget that. I think this is super important to really know where you come from.
Where you come from, and probably you'll find out where you will need to hit, because small venues allow you that. Even underground raves allow you that, to know what will be the next points. Okay, I'm playing this that people used to enjoy 1 year ago, but now in this small venue, this is switching. Why is switching? You start navigating that. In a 5,000 capacity event, they want to listen to your music the way you've been playing it in social media, right? You don't have this sort of extra experimentation part that you can maybe bring on small venues, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, so about also surrounding this social media aspect, there's a lot of controversy now with a lot of things on the table. Like recently, for example, Dream Beach confirmed back-to-back with Nico Moreno and Gordo.
Papi Gordo.
Yeah, Gordo used to be a Rampage years ago. And I don't know, it was hard techno, hardcore, hardstyle DJ, like 160 BPM. But they announced it as Gordo, right? So people is confused. They think it's more about the confusion than the confirmation itself. But what do you think of these mixes that now we are getting? Do you think this is part of a saturated industry that we just need to came up with as many ideas as possible, like maybe mixing back to back, so you can sell tickets because everyone's sort of doing the same for big festivals? Or what's your point on that?
I mean, actually, I'm super happy to see something like that, because hard techno DJs or techno DJs were not that much on like the big shows. Like a few years ago, it was more like the EDM ones, the house ones, that were playing on the big stages. To see that Nico Moreno, who a couple years ago was playing in a small location in Cologne, is right now playing with a big name like Gordo back to back. I think it's fun. I think we just need to check like how the vibe is and how the people will adapt it. But we should definitely give it a chance and not see it too bad.
I didn't heard about it.
You didn't hear about it?
No, I didn't heard about
It's
it.
world exclusive in Spain.
But I'm not looking to the left, not looking to the right, like never really. And I'm honest. He always telling me things like, yeah, really, that happened. I don't know. Why you don't know? Because I don't know. Because I'm focusing on myself, so I didn't know about it. Yeah, but nice.
No, it was something that brought a lot of controversy here in Spain, and of course, you just when you see all the haters jumping on this sort of thing. I'm a very huge. I respect Nico Moreno a lot.
Yeah,
like,
and
He's a super
he's
nice
a
guy.
nice guy.
Nico, shout out.
Yeah, we love you.
love him such a pure human that has
Yeah.
worked
Yeah,
his ass
definitely.
off for his career.
Yeah.
Yes.
And yeah, like seeing all the hate jumping to what to me was an sort of original confirmation. Like, okay, this is industry is maybe saturated, but still people come with bright ideas or something that can be
And new shit, interesting stuff. And
Yeah.
So it makes it interesting. Try something new. Why not?
exactly.
Why not?
And that's why it was like the hate around that was huge, and I was like, well, I want to see that.
They always hate on the internet.
But it's actually
Always
silly because,
hate.
like,
How do you manage that? Are you receiving a lot of hate now?
Not too much.
I mean,
Not too much.
not much anymore. Like when
Not-
she started.
Yeah, at the beginning, kinda, but not that much. Also,
Yeah.
but I don't care.
Right?
I don't care. People can talk and
Yeah,
do my thing.
yeah. Of course. At the end,
Everybody should do this.
100%. And what about you, David?
I think it's always about the way the people say it. If somebody just comes to you and is like angry and stuff, I would say, okay, that's none of my business. But if it's like in a positive or like in a constructive way, do we say it like that?
Constructive.
Yeah. Is it? And then I say, okay,
Yes.
nice, cool to your opinion. I will think about it.
Very true.
Yeah. But it's like always about how you say things, and I always think like if there's a venue of 100 people and 1 or 2 persons come up to me and say, well, that was the shittiest set at the night, and like 98 people were like super happy and screaming, it's like, okay, you have to like order it in your mind, like yeah.
But I do completely 100% agree on because there's constructive hate, but sometimes people are so used to put it in the worst way possible under the comment section that it feels like bad. But okay, if you read that, it some point makes sense. It's not just the right words on how are they saying it. But I do think that it does really need to exist. People need to express themselves, trying not to hurt other people.
Yeah.
But at some point, there's people that don't even know how to manage that.
Yeah.
And you as a manager, how did you deal with this first maybe hate comments around your artist? Is there a lot of mental support on that on the first time? when
We
you
are not
start
receiving that much hate, to be honest.
I mean, we talk about everything, and of course, when there's something, we hear it. But
Yeah.
I can really differentiate between people just being super sad about themselves and talking about others because they are disappointed not being that successful. And I can understand that actually, because when you're active in the scene for a couple years as a DJ producer and you're like really trying to get off, and others start and they get like super successful after 1 year, I can understand that people get mad about it, but I don't understand when people express being their madness. Do you say madness?
Yeah.
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 Express their madness by insulting others or talking bad stuff about others,
Yeah.
On the one hand, you need to accept it, but I don't like it when people don't accept it and start hating on others instead of working more or adapting the things that the people do that got successful,
You can manage your own luck, and you're your own boss. And if you really work for that, it's like you can go anywhere you want to. And in the hating other people is like
It's a waste of time. A waste of time.
Greener where you water it.
Yeah. Because and continuing with this point, in how is the scene in Cologne? Like it's very much united. Do you think it's a healthy scene currently?
in Cologne.
In Cologne, yeah.
Yeah.
Ah,
best city ever. Woo.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Cologne scene right now.
Whew.
Just start like when I started with Adrenaline almost 2 years ago, the scene was divided in like a lot of young ravers going to more hard techno events. The other events like peak time techno got more and more less, and the audience was older. Right now, I think we have a very good scene.
Cologne has
A
a
lot
very
of events.
big scene.
A lot of events. People like raving. And
Yeah, because just to put you in context, like here in Spain, mainly what we receive from Cologne is from Unreal, right?
Yeah.
And when you don't have this much of consistency on trying to know what's around you besides the events that are going around your country, you get this same social media inputs. And what we get there is Unreal, which seems like a very, very nice party. But when I talk about how this thing is seen, I mean, there are new projects growing, new promoters growing. Do you coexist with them? Do you, that
yeah, I think the scene is super supportive right now. This was like from the beginning very important also for me. Like I also always supported other promoters that really put a lot of work into the culture, into the things they do. And yeah, it's like a big togetherness right now. Promoters supporting themselves, each other. When somebody is not like selling many tickets, you can like just discuss and tell, hey, can you please promote and help me? And this is super healthy right now, I think. But I think right now it's the Cologne scene is with the events, besides of the culture, super oversaturated. We have not many clubs, but a lot of events. So
how many clubs do you have?
Bootshaus, Art Theater, Helios, Odonien, Schrotti.
let it be like 7 or 8 main clubs.
Or how many people? Like how many people is living?
With Cologne, 1 million.
1.2.
Fit.
1.2 million.
Maybe it's 300,000 or 200,000 ravers.
No.
No, I wanted to say like young people.
Yeah, but there are a lot of
Usually it's like 15% of the population is in the age of raving. Maybe they are not all into raving, but 15% of the population is usually under that target. So that separate club for, I don't know, not 150,000 people, but maybe, I don't know, let's say 90,000.
Yeah, I think this was too much, but
Yeah, but there are also a lot of people from around Cologne
Yeah.
that are coming. 'Cause,
Yeah.
yeah, it's oversaturated, but it's also like super high quality.
Yeah.
Super cool names. There's on the one side like Unreal, super big names, super sick as party, like new concept and stuff. But like the smaller clubs also like might not be the biggest names that are playing there. Yeah, like Lust and I don't know, Jedermensch, Tag X, Aura, whatever. Like super sick events with like smaller DJs, super high quality stuff, and yeah, I think it's
So all this success around these brands with bigger names have allowed a lot more people and a lot more new DJs to get chances in Cologne, right? That's
yes.
This is what adrenalines do.
Yeah, like I started Adrenaline with the main goal to invite DJs that played for the first time in Cologne. Like upcoming DJs I really liked. For example, first event, my first headliner was 2 years ago, Kalush.
okay.
Afterwards, she popped up so much, and I'm so happy about it. Then I had Les, Kaiva, I had Azir, B2,
Frank.
Aisha, Wasserhaus. This was like my main goal, to really push upcoming artists and to get away just like from the name dropping aspect, which is also cool, of course. Every big DJ earns where he is, and he should be booked. But to give the upcoming ones chances, and I think this is very important.
I had the exact same mentality when I started in long time. Done like I don't know, like maybe 80 or 100 premieres in Barcelona. The amount of DJs that have gone through these 3 years. But I'm glad that they are making their name also in the other scenes, and that even though it was a small venue, were some of the first to give them the chance here in Barcelona to show their talent. And also continuing with this, how much time do you spend scouting?
I listen to music, to techno, to different kind of sounds every day, and when I like something and I think, this is super nice and this is special, I trust my intuition and go like and go and try to book the DJs. Maybe every day 3-4 hours.
Nice.
We call Bena talent scout.
Yeah,
He's a talent
these two guys,
scout.
started with me as well. I forgot to mention them.
Shout out Bena.
But how did you met, by the way? Like, was adrenaline something like the main connection?
No.
You were friends before?
This is a funny story.
It's a
with Claudia,
funny,
for example.
yeah, it was super random.
Yeah, well, I was at an after party. I'm sorry. And she just came and we got in talks.
Yeah.
Like we were like sitting,
Randomly.
on the at the lake.
Yeah, fine.
And we were talking, like she said, yeah, I'm a DJ. And I said, yeah, nice. I probably make my own event in a couple of weeks. And she said, like, just for fun, like, yeah, I'm going to play for your first event. I said, yeah, why not? And after declining 3 dates with the location because I didn't have the courage to do my first event.
Okay.
3 weeks before I did my event, I called her, I was like, you want to play for my event? She said yes. And yeah, then she actually played the very first Adrenaline set.
No
She
way.
played the
Yeah,
first
I played the
set.
opening.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
I was the first one.
well, the first was a success, and I'm super thankful.
Yeah,
And afterwards, a close friendship just like built up, and I saw like a lot of talent, and she was super passionate, and we started somehow to work with each other without working with each other, like talking every day and
Synergy
progress. Yes, and yeah, that's how it started.
How was this very like for both of you? Like how was this very first time of Adrenaline?
For me, you wanna?
for me it was, I was super nervous because I think it was my 5th or 6th gig, maybe. Like I really started before, so I was super nervous. I was like, oh, Cologne, big city, so many people. Oh, it was crazy, but it was super nice.
Then the main techno clubs came to me like to do my events there. This was my goal because in Cologne it's super hard to start and directly get.
I think everywhere is
Directly
super
get
high.
a date in one of the good clubs. So I needed to prove, and the first 2 events were super nice.
Yeah.
We
Sold out.
So both events.
Yes,
Nice.
both were sold out.
Nice. Which like in this trajectory, like which is the highlighting moment you will, I don't know, like for the one that you will remember, like okay, this situation, maybe it was with the first time with Claudia, or like what's remarkable on this.
I mean, probably you will agree. Every single time there was like kind of certain energy and vibe, like something you cannot describe in words. You need to really experience it. So every event in the first year was just insane.
Yeah.
Me and my best friend Sufyan, we were sometimes looking at each other in the night. It's like, what the fuck? Like people were really like just into the music, really dancing their asses off, and they were like super friendly to each other. It was like it's a big synergy. But the highlights. Did I have? I think the anniversary last year in April, where Kuko played the opening set, it was super special because this kind of synergy and this friendly, really lovely vibe was super strong all night since the beginning. I think after 20 minutes, the dance floor for your opening set was already completely packed, and people just came in and they were dancing and they were like super happy to celebrate the anniversary. This was super beautiful.
It was a 1-year anniversary.
Yeah.
1 year anniversary. How many people?
I think in Helios the capacity is 650.
Yeah.
We had like around 700 people somehow inside, and
Yeah, it's just perfect when people understand that the music is not either that the night it will not be only a warm up and then the night.
Yeah.
It's just the night as a whole.
Yeah,
like from
it is.
the doors open till the end, it's all a story behind the night. And with those first ravers that come and imagine having it full packed on 20 minutes after opening, like these people will engage with the night. People will engage with the brand. They will understand what you're bringing onto the table.
Yeah.
That's incredible, and I think that it's how it should be. And this is stigma around having a warm up and then the night and going late to the club.
Yeah.
But Bena also always tells me like just like if I played opening like 2 or 3 times I think, and he always told me do your thing. It wasn't like just like do it
never
down.
do a different
I
side.
never
Yeah.
tell a DJ to
Adapt.
have certain limits or something. I
Yeah.
just like I always tell a DJ, have fun, just adapt, don't think too much, just be yourself and just really transmit and show them what your kind of sound is. Like
100%.
limitation is sometimes, yeah, it just has the opposite effect, in my opinion.
And
Got really
the
great.
artists kind of like
Yeah, but you're not being yourself. You're just it's like just
Yeah.
you're like warming up from another. It's not your set anymore.
Yeah.
Like no, and I'm here behind the decks to show who I am. Doesn't matter. Of course, you respectfully you will adapt.
you have to be fair and stuff.
Of course,
of
at
course.
the end, as a DJ, you also need to study a little bit the lineup, see till we range. But you can if even though you usually play 150, 145, wherever, you can still be comfortable playing lower BPMs, but still being yourself. Just
Yeah.
to have in consideration who's playing later, and all that also helps the promoter.
Yeah.
Because I mean, having an artist that starts the night at 150 and then I mean, it's okay. Everyone can do whatever he wants, but probably it was not the main intention of the night. Yeah, unless the intention is to go up to 200 BPMs ending, right? So at the end, it's just all about the synergy between the slots covered, the artist playing, and respectfully study the headliners. Understand your position in that moment. You will be a headliner at some point as well, and you probably will demand and understand that from the other. And also having this integration to the promoter's idea of the night.
Yeah, but it's a work of the promoter to put a lineup where it fits.
I do completely
Yeah.
agree. And what about you, David? Remarkable highlights of the career so far. Is it also around adrenaline, or you have other?
I don't know. A lot of stuff's going on right now. So it's like the highlights are chasing each other right now. It's like kind of weird to say because like I'm also super fresh and new. I'm DJing for a lot of years now, but it's like working pretty good since only 1.5 years now. So it's like pretty crazy. Like the whole techno thing is like one highlight, to be honest.
He got highlights every week.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah, but we're all working our ass off. Like Bena is doing his job, I'm doing my job, and like the whole team is doing its job. So it's like yeah, pretty crazy. What like when it comes to Adrenaline, I think the highlight was like my first gig at Adrenaline because it was my favorite club in Cologne, Art Theater, and I got to
That
play.
is crazy. The energy.
Yeah, and I got to play the opening.
It
of
was
the,
my birthday party.
No.
No, was
the
it?
anniversary in April.
No.
No,
It
it
was
was
beginning of January. It was your birthday.
Ah, you
Yeah, it
meant
was your birthday.
in January the
Yeah,
first gig.
yeah.
Was my birthday.
Okay.
That was super sick because I was also like super nervous. Like first time this club, first time Adrenaline, and it was just like one big honor. And then like people, also the room filled up like so fast, and I didn't expect it, and it was just like I don't know, overwhelming at all. Like it was super crazy. Yeah, but that's super cool. I really like it.
Amazing.
But
But
what's
do
your
you-
highlight?
My
Last 3
highlight.
years with Unlocked.
Look, actually, my highlight is it was very, very recently, 3rd November. Because here, and you will know it, of course, as a promoter, you sometimes have limitations in terms of production. How do you really want your party to look like? A lot of times you need to adapt to the venue. Maybe synergy with the venue is not that as mean as you would like to be. But 3rd November, I had the warm-up from a guys that I'm really very keen on, which are Odyssey. Then I had Carve, Vendex, and Lucid.
I've seen it.
Did my own proper stage design with a completely emergent visual team and lighting team. So that was a party the way I imagined my parties. Packed since the early beginning. Artists that I really respect, having, as I said, Odyssey and Vendex, which I used to manage sometimes ago, was part of the early stages of his career. And having all that put together with the own stage design, my visual and lighting team, and yeah, just bringing to reality the way I saw the event and people having fun. To me, that was everything. And also, of course, first opportunities I get from the garage, because there the atmosphere was still very, very pure, and I love small venues. I love small venues with a very good sound system. And I love them. It just connects me to another level. Like for big productions, there's a bunch of places to go and things to do, but also embracing these intimate experiences. To me, that's another thing, and even more when you are first knowing or seeing that artist, because to me you connect much in a much higher way in a small venue than seeing someone first time in a big festival. That's the way I see it. That's my opinion.
Well, that's what I feel too. For example, as a DJ.
You feel it too.
Yeah, you're more connected. You're more close to the people. Sometimes it's like 2, 3, 4 meters between you and the crowd, and like if the people are standing right in front of you, it's like a different level. Yeah.
Different level. Claudia doesn't feel it.
I don't know.
Claudia loves to be on a big stage.
She just vibes anywhere. But yes, I see you just vibe. It doesn't matter how many people is in front of you. Just vibe with them. But that's probably a skill. I don't know, to develop or a born up skill, but yeah, 100%.
Maybe because I feel more safe if there's more space between me.
Okay.
And I know it's like all eyes on me, but like I can't look into the faces directly. Sometimes I feel more safe doing my own thing. Yeah.
You don't feel that straight pressure.
Yeah.
You just
There's pressure sometimes.
there's pressure, but it's like dispersed all around the thousands of people. It's not just that front row looking straight to you. But that's also interesting point. And taking the chance that you have like sort of grown together in this artistic way, like how all this collaboration between you, the synergy, do you think is it a lot of the path, or is just something you just connect and it makes it easier to continue?
No, I think it's the main aspect of that, of what we have since the beginning. Like as I said, Claudia and me, we just met like
Raving cut and uppers.
yeah, without knowing each other, and then having this path because of real friendship. And this is what I really thought is super important, and it only can work in kind of this way, to really feel a person, to know like, okay, we are not just working with each other. There's somebody who understands me and who really wants to support me by heart and not to profit from me.
Okay.
And people also like feel it with the adrenaline raves, that we are a team, and that
actually
this energy gets transformed to the dance floor, and that's what people like, and that's what people really feel and identificate with, you know.
Yeah, it does make sense, because if you want to make them feel safe and part of something, let's call it family. Yeah, if
Family.
That's how people call us, like in Cologne.
Yeah,
like
it is.
the adrenaline family.
Yeah.
because we're also like always partying with each other when the other ones are playing, and that's what I don't know.
We hanging up
Yeah.
in our free time together.
you spend all the time together.
We spend a lot of time together. Yeah. Yes, we do.
Yeah, I mean, we have phone calls every day.
Every day.
We're texting every day. We see us. We talk about everything.
Sometimes we even go to other parties in Cologne, like private ways.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Do you still party a lot? Like, even though being
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
No, not anymore. Not anymore.
Yeah, I mean, no, not that anymore. Because when you're like involved, I don't need to tell you.
Yeah.
Throwing events, it gets your job. You start like enjoying the time of the party.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some points I like miss how I used to see parties before.
Yeah.
Like
totally.
dedicating
Different now.
different. Not in a sense of evaluating, but in a sense of it feels like work anyways.
Yeah.
It feels like work. It just feels like work anyway.
All the time. Yeah.
I mean, of course, there are very
I don't
select.
know. Doesn't feel like work, I think. But it's just.
You're not a promoter, you know.
I'm not a
We are
promoter. Yeah, but still for us, I think it's different, like to party. Like back in the days, I was dancing my ass off. Nowadays, I'm like more hanging around and talking.
And
to
talking,
people.
yeah.
If you go partying, you choose events that usually play the music you play, or you go experiment other new things. Like being a DJ, that I'm very curious. Like, I love my music that much that I, besides DJing, want to see another full night of that music, or I just take this chance to, I don't know, vibe in a different way, see what other things I can bring to my sets.
I don't know. The last time I partied private was Awakenings Festival
Okay.
last year.
So you can.
Yeah, so I went to every stage and had fun with my friends, but I don't go to clubs anymore, so I
Okay.
can't answer this question.
And you, David?
Yeah, for me, it depends on the mood, and sometimes it's just like, I don't know. It's of course mostly in Cologne, and then I just go with friends, and most of the time the party is cool, and I really enjoy different styles and different point of views, and sometimes it's hard music, sometimes it's like more trancey, sometimes it's groovy. Yeah, so it totally depends on the mood, and I really enjoy to have like this amount of
Variety.
very what is it called?
Variety, right?
Yeah,
Variety
that's what I want to
in
say.
your range.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that also explains a lot of
Yeah.
your style at the end. Is getting some parts of everything.
Yeah, it's so interesting to see like different styles and genres and DJs playing totally different to what you do, and you can think about it, and you can like.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I used to go to more hard techno events, but since 2 or 3 years, I mean, I still love hard techno, but I love to go partying more like with
groove.
proper techno, like hypnotic groove sounds, like really sounds that put you in an atmosphere. Yeah, because it's more intimate, and I like it more than partying on the sounds I work with.
Yeah, the way I see this, you seek for the underground, because it sort of happens to me the same. I started Unlocked through industrial sounds and the vibe that was around there, and now that it has become a little bit more commercial, I'm seeking for that vibe, and I find it in other genres.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, same like hard groove. Also, these more trancey styles that are becoming very popular in Europe. Here in Spain, we usually go like, to make a little bit of context for you, we are like 1.5 years before behind the other scenes. So it gets popular around Europe.
Crazy, I didn't expect that.
Yeah,
Because-
it takes like 1.5 years to get like super popular here and unpacked. Yeah. Because I mean, like hard techno wasn't a thing. It has blown up this year in Spain. We had Black Words, of course. We had all these, but now I'm talking that there are 90% of the venues playing hard techno.
Yeah.
Yeah,
all,
this
all
is
around,
crazy.
all around.
I
But
didn't
this has popped up this year.
Wow.
Before, you only had like Black Works, of course, some
Yes.
codes in Madrid. Duro Festival popped up, 15,000 ravers, and then it was us, which we did like two big events in Rasmatas, another one in the venue where I could be myself, that one, and then Garage. But it was harsh to get those 300 people involved. I mean, we usually did it, but it wasn't the main thing. So, but yeah,
I mean, yeah, I think you, as Unlocked, and also like Blackworks in this case, did an amazing job with like this huge productions, and it's insane what they did the last year. I think it's not comparable to
anything.
anything.
Like,
I went to the Halloween event.
Our
at
Rome.
La Nueva Cubierta.
Oh no, with Bernit.
Yeah, with Verknippt, and this was something I never saw before, and this was hard techno, such a production, and this is insane.
It's
So really good job.
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do completely agree. I met Danny, the founder, like 4 years ago, and the way he saw the project, it just happened. Like,
Yeah, it's just
so
crazy.
it's amazing. For a year, I think it's 1 year. It was more 1 year before us Unlocked. Of course, there was the pandemic and a lot of things going on, but still, the growth in 4 years, to me, it's like mind blowing. I don't know how many projects can you compare this growth in terms of growth, right? Not in
Yeah.
terms of production, because you've got Bernib, you've got Awakenings, you've got a lot of
Definitely,
big
yeah.
festivals, but of growth on bearing on that exact proposal and making it work. bro.
And the
Maybe-
constancy, you know, when I see at the events, and Dani is doing a lot of events, but the constancy of high-level production and quality is just insane, because there is like no event where the production get less or something. It's always just huge.
You know,
And
it
this
will be
constancy
quality.
is just wow, because it's lot of work, a lot of work.
A lot of and stress and anxiety, and the bigger things get, the more things can go wrong, right? I mean, it's just like this. So yeah, that's they have done an amazing job, and I'm glad we have in Spain this sort of projects being born and getting this sort of recognition around Europe. It's like, I don't know, you're getting these sort of collaborations, Verni, Per Blackworks, bringing these amazing European brands as well, and also in my ground, like having the chance to collaborate with you guys, BCCO, Falsif, other not that big but emergent projects that are really like-minded in terms of philosophy. That thing is very healthy for the scene, and something we really need to keep pushing and contributing. Because at the end, if we want people to embrace variety, like having brands that have their own sound, their own artists grown together, that's pure, that's something it's not just an agency showcase that maybe they have this artist today and tomorrow you don't know which artist we'll have, right? It's just a family being grown together, designing, because at the end, if you spend so much time together, you are all designing the vision of Adrenaline at some point, maybe music-wise, production-wise, but you are all part of it, part of the gene, 100%. And bringing these sort of things to other cities, I think is a very, very nice way to put people in context and to show them the culture, the passion that there is behind this, and not only the business part or the fun part. It needs to be fun, of course. I assume we all have a lot of fun, even though it's work. But I feel blessed for that. But
I mean,
still,
I need to say thank you as well.
right? but the thing is that they need to see how things are born and with which goal are born. And that's to me that's the most important thing. Collaboration, getting to at the end we're just people, not getting the chance to know each other, like constantly meeting new people. That's something to embrace and that people need to see as well. It's not just party or whatever. There's a lot of culture behind that we need to respect and need to continue pushing, not losing those values. Because techno has been always around this.
Yeah.
It's been used to at least, I don't know how to say it, but show that you are against some very, very rooted rule that is not fair for a lot of people. And you, through events, through partying, through connecting, you push that to the society level and make changes through that. Look at the LGBTQ community, queer community. I mean, they usually had their own spaces and they push it so far that now it's like super integrated, and I'm sure music has taken a lot of part of this.
Yeah.
Right?
Definitely.
How is like in Cologne? Was it that usual that queer and LGBTQ or fintech communities had their own spaces and don't really mix with other sort of events, or it has been more equal in all the during all the events? Because here it wasn't that common usually to have all mixed up people in the same sort of events. It's not now. It's through techno it has become more open. The parties have become more open-minded, and I'm curious if that was like this in Cologne. If this is sort of something in terms of Spain region. I don't know. I'm just curious of.
Cologne has always been open-minded. It's
Okay.
Liberal. So it always have been like this, I think so.
Yeah, I think so. Cologne is the second biggest queer city in Germany, I think, after Berlin. And the queer scene has like its own spaces, of course, like streets where like a lot of gay bars are, or bars for lesbian. Gay is the same. But I think that promoters and techno events has also like have a lot of impact on it, because a lot of promoters, they emphasize that this is like an LGBTQ space, and that they are against any form of
Discrimination.
racism, transphobia, however, which makes queer people more welcome, and they feel like more safe, of course. And I think the techno scene in Cologne definitely has an impact on that.
Okay.
And I also like the bookers and the party itself. They try to like book more diverse people on the lineup, not only male people, like also female people, also queer people, and all of that stuff. And I think that really helps for everybody to feel accepted. And I think it's super important.
It is.
It is. In the end, this is what we're talking about: diversity, variety.
Yes.
Building spaces for everyone, not just one, whatever. Like for everyone, for everyone to feel comfortable, for everyone to be themselves. So that was exactly the point I was trying to make, and to see that, to show actually with that question that through parties and through events you can still push values and make them part of the society. That was exactly what I was trying to put on the table here, and I'm glad that Cologne has been doing that for so much years. And this is super nice to see that happen. And that was mainly the core value I wanted Spanish people to see from the Cologne scene. All these sort of family, these projects, all these things that can be born there and pushed through your events and through several events. This coexistence of variety promoters, high quality parties, and everyone being part of one thing, which is the scene and techno, right?
Yeah, I mean, diversity is super important, and I think that every event just like get the best out of it with like a diverse crowd. The energy is like totally different, and it's more beautiful. And this was something like I experienced the first time in Berlin, foremost. Like when I
Which venue?
first, like Berghain. This kind of energy, you cannot describe it,
100%.
when you're on a dance floor. But, even though you're, when you're like partying in the garden in the summer or inside, that this kind of certain energy is created by a diverse crowd, like people with different backgrounds, different sexuality. When all comes together, it just like creates something magical.
100%.
And, I think this is super important to follow a diverse crowd and to really integrate.
It does really sound as a topic when you bring Berghain for these sort of examples, but to me it was exactly like this. I started promoting Unlocked and its values through an experience at Berghain.
Yeah, it was my inspiration as well. I was like,
This vibe, this is what I want in my city, and it sounds very topic, but it's something very different, very different that it's hard to describe, as you said.
how to describe? You need to feel it. You need to experience it.
100%. Yeah, I think with this, probably, I don't know. Do you want to add any other thing to the table? I will ask you one more thing before, but
I don't
think
know.
at this
Shout out.
point- Shout out to your invitation.
thanks so much, guys.
I mean, everything
Super hyped
was
for
super
tonight.
uncomplicated. All the organization. It was super nice to work with you until today. Tonight is the event. I never had any doubts that it wouldn't be nice. So thank you so much to let us feel so welcome, and to take care so much.
Thank you, guys. Just feel at home anytime you come to Barcelona.
You're invited as well to Cologne all the time.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Just one last thing before we end, and I will ask you, everyone, I would just like to take this small exposure we may have here to bring up to the table one emergent talent that you may know, but people still don't know.
Yeah, I know somebody.
Who is it?
Impulse Behavior from London. Casey. Yeah, he's so good. So good. And so underrated until now.
Okay.
He needs a lot of more Bühne. What means Bühne on English?
Stage.
Stage.
Sting.
Stage.
Stage. Okay. That's yours?
Yeah.
Bena first, I need to think about it. Please.
I would say Claudi, Adrian, and Kuko.
Yeah.
No, for me right now, the artist who I think is really special at insane production level and the depth of really the sound he produces, Pasta Horses.
Yeah.
I booked him twice last year, and he's adrenaline resident as well. At this point, he's super young. He's 21 or 20, I don't know. And his ability, his productions, and his versatile his diverse sound is insane. I think it's super special when you're able to mix from garage to techno to drum and bass sounds in a set that it's still like drivey and it has like a certain energy all the time. And he's just amazing.
Okay. Then we will.
Yeah, shout out Joe.
Oh, for me it's super hard to say because I know there's so many artists, like super small artists that bring like fresh and new vibes to the scene, and I just want to give a shout out to all of them. Just to say like keep on grinding, take the chance to connect and talk to each other. But if I would say one person I really appreciate right now and really would love to see him like much more around, and might be Lucas Monnier. Because I love his music so much. It's like 100% my vibe. It's like super great guy.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I would love to see him more around. Yeah.
The December last year. Was December last year.
That's
Amazing productions. A very unique sound.
Super unique. Yeah.
Really keen on what he's doing. I do completely agree with you as well, with all of you guys. So yeah, thank you so much for this time.
Thank you.
See you at the
Later.
show tonight. And
I send you the guest list.
yeah, it's the biggest guest list we've had so far.
No, it's not that big. I will send it to you. I
Okay.
think it's
But
50.
that's an example of like the adrenaline and party family crew. It's like we brought so many people and it's going to be insane.
That's amazing. That's
so
true.
nice.
That's true sense. That's true
It's so
sense.
nice to see that friends
We're here
come,
with friends. Yeah. So good.
enjoy the time here together and celebrate this moment in Barcelona together.
You'll love
Which
it.
is super
I
special.
have no doubt you'll love it. So yeah, see you tonight, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.